What's up, everybody? We're back with another video. You got D, and
C.
and we're about to react to top 10 scary videos that can cure. I'm not very good at English.
Go ahead. What was that word say?
Constipation. Had to sound it out of my head, you know.
Always sound it out.
Big brain play.
Learned that in elementary school. Sound it out.
The link for the original video will be down in the description. So let's get into it. Oh, and there might not be a lot of talking in this video. We might skip through it.
It's a long video.
It's long. But yeah.
Hang on to your laxatives. Constipation. Number 10. Scary stalker. TikToker Hayet's Feeds has a warning to be careful, and she has the security footage to back it up. Her door camera caught this alleged stalker in her apartment building. She says she had just gotten off work and didn't notice anyone following her, but someone was. The stalker apparently kept Sentiel outside her door for 2 hours, walking past back and forth as though on a stakeout. A second video shows him repeatedly walking past her door, sometimes acting as if everything's normal, sometimes ducking out of sight. He is seen at 10:50 and at 11:05. He walks past again at 11:14, and then Phoebe's boyfriend shows up at 11:35. This serves as an unfortunate reminder to be as aware of your surroundings as possible. You never know who is following you.
Man's learning the rotations.
That was tough.
He's learning the scouting out the area.
Hell yeah.
Number 9. Graveyard Ghost. Despite negative assumptions about them, witches were not all evil. This is evident by the story of Mary Miller Jason of York, Maine. She was gifted in producing healing methods to help the locals in her town. Sadly, she fell victim to the witch hunt and was sentenced to hang in 1774. She's buried in the Old York Cemetery to this day, and many locals claim her friendly spirit continues to roam the grounds. Almost a decade ago, a group of friends ventured to the cemetery in an attempt to communicate with Mary. After much searching with no finds, one decides to stand by her grave alone, while the others stand nearby. As they are filming the lone individual, an apparition manifests behind them, resembling a woman with long hair, but only her torso and head are visible. At close glance, it appears the apparition gently places her hands on the man's shoulders, rests for a moment, and then stands straight again before doing so again. The man leaves and the apparition disappears. Due to the video quality, it is hard to distinguish any other features other than...
Graveyards don't really scare me, but I don't know, I see it, but not hella good. It's kind of
3 a.m. graveyard. Sound like a video?
Alright, bet.
Then arms and a torso, as well as a head, but it moves fluidly as if it were a person. Could this have been the spirit of Mary, comforting the man or possibly trying to get his attention? The video ends claiming the man was never the same after that, which is ominous indeed. It is unknown if this was a joke, and there are certainly claims the video is faked. It is also possible the uploader found the video and added their own captions to it. At this point, it is up for viewers to decide if it's real or not. Number 8. Mysterious Bagman. You've never seen more chilling doorbell footage. Published to YouTube by Ryan Godoy in April of 2020. This creepy doorbell footage is beyond the pale. Taken from a doorbell security camera. It's
a bag of shit.
Homeowner receives a suspicious visitor in the middle of the night. The creepy visitor is seen walking along the sidewalk outside the home before he takes a sharp turn up the walkway leading to the front door. After meandering slowly up the path, he stands at the end of the walkway between two bushes. His head is covered
This
with
is
a
a
bag, 2 eye
It's a
holes
paper
cut
bag.
out for
It
the
looks like
Is it a paper bag of shit?
you got the eye holes cut out.
Imagine he catches the thing on fire, whatever's on his hands,
Oh,
or
yeah.
in his hands.
That'd
the
be
perp
his
to see
paper bag and shit.
through. He's wearing gloves and is holding something in his right hand. In the distance, a police siren
That man have welding gloves on.
He was welding something on.
sounds. The perp looks around for a second before placing whatever he's holding on the ground in front of him. He then slowly turns around and walks halfway down the sidewalk before taking a left and cutting through the homeowner's front lawn. Before we can even wonder what he's left behind, a chair that's on the front porch starts to move, scraping across the porch. A white robe hanging off a column blows off its hook suddenly, though it doesn't appear windy outside. Then the terrifying bagman makes a sudden and unexpected reappearance, ringing the doorbell before walking out of sight again. The front lights turn on. The homeowner opens the door and looks around. He spots the mysterious
Let me guess what's about to happen. The dude with the bag on his head is gonna come out and shink, 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 shink.
I don't know. I think that man just made some
pack.
demonic little thingy bobber shits.
Like voodoo.
Some, I forget what it's called. Shouldn't have seen a new paranormal movie.
package that was left on his porch. It turns out to be a plastic bag with what appears to be a figurine inside. The man looks around again, then quickly returns inside and locks the door. When he does, he soon discovers he's not alone. Several sounds occur at once. A baby crying, horrific screaming from, I presume, that same man, and banging, lots of banging. Whatever was in that plastic bag must have come to life. When it silences a bit, Bagman is at the front door again. This time he simply opens it and walks inside, locking the door behind him. A couple more thuds are heard. And Bagman walks outside with the plastic bag.
Didn't he just say he locked the door behind him though?
I guess, but whatever was in there, I guess unlocked it. I don't know.
In his hands, he turns to look at the security camera before casually walking away. I figured this video had to be real, but according to the description, this is actually a short horror film and Ryan is the director, which is a relief because I thought something terrible happened here and it had me shook. At least our constipation is cured. Number 7, Creepy.
Oh, it's kind of like those tiny horror clips that you can find. Short horror movies.
I knew it had to be fake. It just seemed kind of fake.
The haunted house.
Whenever he took the
While
bag
doing
in.
a walkthrough of a haunted house, the paranormal starts playing on this investigator's fears. Published to YouTube by Shocking Paranormal in January of 2012, this scary video is both shocking and paranormal. After the guy has been inside the house for a bit, he finds a faucet that is turned on. The faucet was off before. He leaves the bathroom and enters the living room. Panning the area, the camera encounters a creepy skull that's sitting in the middle of the floor. He notes that it too was not there before. As he goes to pick it up, a bang is heard in the other room.
That was not there before. What the is that?
He crosses to where he heard the noise and enters the laundry room. The door draws closed behind him on its own, and a weird sound is heard. It sounds like a laugh.
The door just shut by itself. I'm not kidding.
Later, while in the kitchen and dining room area,
That laugh was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, in my head I was like, I'm gonna start, I thought to myself, I swear if I hear someone get, a little girl be like, ooh, I'm gonna die laughing.
A little girl.
Yeah. Or like one of his buddies is like hiding and you just, that auto thing. But I would bust my ass laughing.
I thought that laugh was funny.
He asks if there's anything here and if it can make a noise. The entity responds in kind. Something raps repeatedly in the other room.
If there's anything here, could you please make a noise? I'll show you.
And yet he continues through the house. That's when he runs into an actual figure. A shadowy figure moves across an adjacent
Hey, that kind of looked like you.
I'll hunch over like that.
room backlit by a window. Its head bent. Is this what's been making all the racket? While in a dark office, the racket turns melodic as something or someone starts singing faintly. It giggles. While he hears voices and looks for the source, nothing more reappears. But his camera glitches. What happened to the investigator? Did he live to post this footage, or was it found by someone else? Number 6, Karachi Jinn, captured on video near a tomb or shrine in Karachi. This jinn is just waiting to enter someone's soul. Published to YouTube by iScary Media in January of 2015. The video was taken on a dark path at night. Amongst some trees right next to the tomb, a spooky figure appears. At first you can see only a blank pale face, but when the camera zooms in, its distinct features appear.
Oh, hell no.
Look kind of like a sloth. She's just standing up on 2 legs. It's like a tall ass sloth. This is what it's like to me. This is what it's like to me, honestly.
Sloth?
A tall ass sloth.
Bro. 3 a.m. in the morning. You go to the bathroom, take your shit. You go wash your hands. You look down. No, you're looking in the mirror, right? You look down, get some soap. Start washing them. Look back up, and that's the stain next to you. What you doing?
I guess I'm dead if that man's beside me. There's nothing I can do. If he got there that fucking fast and I didn't notice, what am I gonna do? Run away so he just walk out in front of me? He's like some Michael Myers shit. He's gonna slowly walk around the corner and then I'm gonna walk out the door. He's gonna be in front of me.
The original uploader says his cousin filmed this video and claims that one of his friends became possessed the very same night of this visit. Was he possessed by this creepy demon? If so, I can guarantee that his constipation was cured. Number 5, Randonautica Stalker. When you're being stalked while out on an innocent Randonautica adventure, it's probably time to call it a night. Published to YouTube.
It's like, it's an app. You type in a word. Like you can type in like sleep, and it'll pull up a location, and you'll go to it, and it'll have something in that location that represents what you typed in.
Shit, I know there was this one app, like, it would encourage people who are like depressed into actually killing themselves.
I don't know where people find these apps.
I don't know, it's kind of like the, what was that one thing, or like the bird with the fucked up face.
Oh, Momo.
Yeah, Momo. But I used to watch that shit all the time. I'm like, this ain't real. Fell asleep at night, had a dream about it. I woke up, like, oh fuck, no.
Were you scared? Nah, it was just the Momo thing. It was literally just like art. It was like a Chinese woman's head put on a chicken body. That was it. Like somebody actually made that as an art thing, and then they used the picture to scare kids.
To get them to do shit.
Tube in July of 2021, Near Shadows gets the feeling that someone is following them. The first evidence of this is when the Randonautica takes them to an empty warehouse or a factory. Jeremy sees what he describes as a shadow figure cross along the back of the warehouse. We're not sure what he's seeing here, but we'll take the spirit's word for it.
I can't see a damn thing.
I feel like I saw like a little figure go. What did it just say?
Vice.
Vice?
Hear me.
Oh.
When they asked the spirit through an app whether that was him running at the other end of the room, the spirit answers Vice and then adds Fear Me.
Do we think it's fake?
I don't know, the random Nautica stuff, I hear a lot of stuff about it. There was one random Nautica thing where it was like some kids or something typed in, I can't remember what they typed in. They typed in, it was like death or something. And it took them to a suitcase that was on the rocks, and inside it was a dead body. And they called the cops, and it was like,
Oh,
yeah,
hell
it was just
no.
like, yeah,
Are you afraid? Later, they are brought to a creepy cemetery where they not only sense but see someone. Jeremy turns his light on and flashes it towards the gravestones, asking what the stalker is doing in the graveyard.
Don't put your light on him. Oh, I'm getting out of here.
Hey! Hey, what are you doing?
They start following him and say he's running off. Soon they lose him as he races
they're
down
following
into
him.
the trees in the
They're like, the
woods.
stalker
Not
turned
long
into a
after,
stalk.
they decide to leave,
They
but when
started
they
stalking
arrive
us.
where they left their car, it's gone.
Babe, the car was right here.
Wait.
Man done robbed them.
Tina brings out her phone and hits her panic button.
Phone.
Off in the distance, the car alarm goes off.
she pulled up her phone.
How did he get up there?
I heard it.
I heard
Who
it.
relocated their vehicle? Who is playing these tricks on them? Or is it their minds playing the tricks? They spot Jones's headstone off to the left, which is the stone they first saw when they rolled into the cemetery. To the right is the same series of small headstones that greeted them. Their memories aren't failing them, so why is their car not where they left it? Rando Nautica stalkers are kicking fear up a notch. Number 4, Myrtle's Plantation Ghost, located in Louisiana.
At the same time, it could have been fake with the whole stalking thing.
Yeah.
That could have been one of their buddies, family members,
I don't know how they're gonna move the car.
right? You can't. Depending on how far they were from the vehicle, you can't hotwire a car that fucking fast without the alarm going off.
Something happened.
The Antebellum Plantation and historic home is said to be one of
That's just say Annabelle.
No, I think it said like Annabelle.
the country's most haunted homes. Built in 1796, legend has it that the home was built over top of a native burial ground. Ghost sightings of Native American women have been reported here. The overnight team investigates the haunted Myrtle's Plantation in this scary video, published to YouTube in July of 2021. In an attempt to communicate with the spirit, the crew uses rods to ask whether they're male or female.
Can you make these rods cross? If you are a female, make them go outwards.
The spirit responds
Actually has a pair of those.
I know. Should be crazy.
that it's female. When asked where she's standing, it points forward, and shortly after, an EMF device in that same spot starts to go off.
The dowsing rod?
Both.
I know she used the rods. I'm not sure if she ever used the Ouija board or not.
When asked if the ghost is comfortable with them being there, the ghost answers in the affirmative.
Do you feel uncomfortable with us being here? Cross for yes. Cross outwards for no.
Later, one of the crew sits down at an organ and starts playing some creepy tunes. Multiple devices are triggered at once, as though the spirits have all come out to enjoy the show.
Keep playing. It's working. Keep playing. That just went off. It just went off. There's no one over there.
Next, they're in a darkened room, standing with several candles lit, when a door in an adjacent room closes.
Oh my.
You can hear it squeak.
I do believe their stuff.
Some of it.
Because half the time they go to like fucking
Crazy places.
like
I don't want to go there, honestly.
There's this one, they did a video of this one place. It's like a lighthouse. They threw a doll into like the ocean.
Mm.
And like the next time they returned there was another doll there.
closed.
Listen to
Someone
it.
says it sounds like a kid screaming. They then try to communicate with the spirits via spirit box. These entities seem adamant that the crew remain there at the plantation. The overnight crew is told to stick around and stay in.
Stick around.
Stick around. Stay in.
They decide to test out a new device that is somewhat like a Ouija board. There are two.
Oh yeah, they also had a. I can't remember what kind of board it was, but it was one that had a pentagram on it. Something like that.
Ashley?
Huh?
Ashley did?
No, they
Really?
did.
I was gonna say.
I can't remember what it
Too
was.
much.
Two light bulbs
Too
on
much.
either side, and as the wheel of letters spins, one of the light bulbs lights up to indicate the letter.
Oh, it is this.
Yeah, that's this.
That's what it is. Wait, no, but it did it out here first.
Oh, wait.
That
Yeah,
didn't
it's
do it.
this. Yeah, it's this. Look, it's
Oh, so that's cool.
Yeah, it lights up the letters.
Later, they speak to the spirits via one of the crew. They ask the spirit to wish Evan a happy birthday. The spirit says old and later 20. The spirit also says guilty, off limits, and some sort of loud scream. They see some flashing that they believe is coming from outside. What that flashing was, they never found out. If I were them, I'd stay far away from this haunted place. Number 3, Conjuring House. Built in the 12th century, the ancient Ram Inn is a haunted pub in England, one of the country's most haunted buildings. It is said to be infamous for the rituals performed there. Bring from the table. No doubt this creepy inn's reputation is well earned. Number 2, Sign of the Cross. Evil spirits are notoriously afraid of crosses. This one has no fear though. Published to YouTube by Dark Path Scary in August of 2021 and originally published by Donna Aries. This scary video gets straight to the point. Donna is sitting on the floor doing something when the cross hanging on the wall starts to swing from side to side. Donna doesn't notice at first, but it continues to swing. She must see the movement out of the corner of her eye because she finally spots it and stops in her tracks. She just sits and stares in awe as it swings back and forth.
looking at the
What would
cross.
you think of a spirit
Okay,
who
that's-
wasn't fazed by a crucifix? It's probably not fazed by much else. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this
What kind of challenge do you think it is?
Like the video.
far, why not like this
Yeah.
video and hit subscribe in the next 5
I wanna see
seconds? Because I
wanna
upload
see
4
number
new
1.
scary
That's
videos
what I'm
every
most-
week. If you're
eager to
curious
see.
about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, boots on the ground. This creepy image has been trending online, and its mysterious origins were at first just guess.
What the fuck is that ugly thing?
An alien. Some monster from Hellboy.
It's your twin brother.
Loki.
Work. Well, it appears as though it was taken in what we can only guess
So,
were the
like,
last
my
moments
t-shirt
of the
got nose
photographer's life. This terrifying encounter is thankfully fictional. I've tracked it down to the 2017 horror flick Boots on the Ground. The scary story is about 5 British soldiers who are trying to make it out of Afghanistan alive in their final mission. They come head to head with both man and monster. Which is more powerful? Judging by this nightmare in photograph form, we're guessing these creatures won out. There's an explanation for everything, right?
Ugh.
That's the end of the video.
It was a
I
good
got
video.
recording about 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean that was better than last night's 3 a.m.
I'm dead. But that was the video. It wasn't too scary. It was.
It's kind of chilly.
And like, make sure though, y'all like the video, subscribe. We need
Comment.
these subscriptions, and turn the post notifications on.
Tell us what y'all want to see.
Y'all really do need to like the videos. That's it's gonna help us out, make us blow up. It's gonna help us get posted on the for you know, on your thing,
On your trending page.
on the main page. Yeah, it's gonna pop up on there. Help us get big. Help us make better production for y'all. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. We'll see y'all in the next one.
Peace.